Hello, my lovelies. How is everybody today? Me, I'm kind of drawing a blank. After the video that I just did the other day, that was pure word vomit, and I'm really, really sorry that it came out that way. And I'm not really sorry, but I'm really... it was a little vicious. But normally when I get heated about something and I keep watching it to kind of get what was said or whatever, like when I get heated about something, it's like crazy. And I'm gonna come over here for a minute and check on my plants. Hello, my plants. Hello, my lovelies. Ooh, I think I need to water you guys. I have lavender plants growing, and here's some drinky drink. Here's some drinky drink. Oh wow, you're really dry. Some drinky drink. And then I'll turn you this way. So anyway, I have been reading this book. It's called Day by Day with James Allen. And basically in the back of it is the book that KATILETTE, which is SHAYCARL's wife from the SHAYTARDS, she's reading As a Man Thinketh. And I actually read a little bit of a snippet out of it like a week and a half ago or two, something like that. And so I looked into it and I ordered it. Now, As a Man Thinketh is actually only probably about 10 or 12 pages long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's about 10 pages long. But this book, the whole book itself is really, really thin. Like, it's just, it's 96 pages from page 1 to the end of the book. And the Day by Day with James Allen, it's basically like supposed to be like an everyday thing. Like you're supposed to read it once a day. I read it when I can. Primarily because I have ADD and it doesn't keep my focus for very long, and I have to read it like before I fall asleep. They actually say that you retain more knowledge, or you retain, actually I read it in here somewhere. I read it in here, and I'm going to say, it says, for example, for many years my morning ritual began with a thorough reading of the newspaper, most days spending an hour or more before dashing off to the office. I did not know then that our minds are the most impressionable immediately upon arising in the morning and just before sleep in the evening. Fresh from the reading and thoughts of the days, murders, indictments, invasions by foreign dictators, and all other manner of news, it shouldn't have become to a surprise to me that my sowing of these thoughts would reap an attitude towards the rush hour drivers who were conspiring to slow down my arrival to work. Thus, by the time I did arrive, I had set the tone for my day, and it was not a positive one. So, for me, I actually read at night before I go to sleep. I either knit or I read. Because knitting and reading, whether it's my glamour magazine, whether it's a book, whether, it's, I don't know, a recipe, something, it relaxes my mind and kind of tells my mind, okay, she's reading, it's time to sleep. But anyway, so this book is pretty good so far. I'm only on the 9th day. What I just read was day 7. That's only a snippet of day 7. The pages are each only about, like, you can clearly see I've actually started marking it up because a lot of the things have, like, there's one in here that I actually earmarked and I asterisked it. It talks about not quitting. Now, at the top of each page, there's a quote from As a Man Thinketh. And I kind of wanted to do this one because because that's the wrong word to say. I don't want to say, I don't know. But I read this and I was like, this is really fitting. And I've seen it going around the internet several times, and I've seen it on Facebook, and I've seen it on, wherever, and the quote for this particular page was, "Your circumstances may be uncongenial, but they shall not remain, so if you only perceive an ideal and strive to reach it, you cannot travel within and stand still without." And I actually read this out loud to my daughters, because it's really important to me that they understand the whole meaning behind not quitting. The poem's called "Don't Quit." When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a fellow turns about when he might have won when had he stuck it out. Don't give up though the pace seems slow. You may succeed at another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. I knew it was coming. I was trying to hold it off, and he learned too late when the night came down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you can never tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you mustn't quit. And then at the bottom of every page, at the bottom of every single page, it says, "And that's worth thinking about." And it's funny because here lately I've been feeling very, because I didn't really give up on working out. I just because I got sick, and then, my shoulder, and, then my period came, and then, I was just feeling very discouraged as far as that was concerned. It's been really, and then, of course, I get my new weights, and then the weights break, so I have to wait for the new weights, and it's just and now that I've got them, and everything's fine, and everything's peachy keen, and jelly bean, and all that stuff, I was feeling kind of discouraged about that, and then I was feeling discouraged about, my love life. I'm single. I've been single. Technically, I've been single since last June, so it's been almost a year for me. My divorce was final in February, so I'm ready. I'm ready for a relationship, and for some reason, it just seems like, I don't know what it is about this state, but every guy that I've come across, whether they're transplantees from Mass, Connecticut, Texas, California, what the fuck ever, or they're from here, in the words of myself earlier today, they are douche bucket twat waffles, fuck nuggets. I actually had a guy today, because I told him that I didn't like to talk on the phone when my girls were awake, because A, it takes my focus away from them, B, they're nosy and they like to listen to my conversations no matter who I'm talking to, and B, they like to interject in the conversation. They like to try to be a part of the conversation, and it's rude because I always have to say, "I'm sorry, hold on a second, go in the other room, I'm on the phone." So rather than be rude or have to yell at my kids or, taking my focus away from them, I just won't talk on the phone, unless it's something like bill related or, business related or something along those lines. I won't talk on the phone while they're, up. I wait till after they go to bed. They go to bed early enough where if somebody wants to talk to me, they can wait until my children go to bed. Number 2, my oldest is now getting to the point where when I'm on the phone with somebody, she's going like, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? I'm not going to be like my mother and have an uncle running through here like every other day. Or friends running through the house every day. I'm not doing that. No, refuse. So I just tell anybody who is interested in talking to me that I will talk to them after they go to bed. They go to bed at 8 o'clock. It's not that hard to do. So anyway, I told him that, and then he's like, you have too many rules. I don't like your attitude. Fuck off, or go fuck yourself. And I was like, wait, what? Like, seriously? So, I didn't really respond with anything. I was just like, they're not, actually, no, I did. I said, they're not rules. I'm telling you, I don't speak on the phone when my children are awake for these reasons. If you can't handle that, then you're not the one for me, and I'm not the one for you, so go kick rocks. Sorry, I am not putting anybody before my kids. And I told him that. And that's when he said, you're a bitch, you're a loser. And then I was like, whatever. And he's like, lose my number or some shit like that. And I was just like, see ya. And he was, stop texting me, you bitch, or you loser, or whatever. I was like, wow, dude, like, really? So then, a few minutes later, probably like, not even a few, it was like a half hour, 45 minutes later, he texts me again. He goes, I'm really sorry for being rude. You don't have to respond, but I feel bad. And this would be why I'm single. Because men are fucking psycho. They call us psycho? They call us crazy? I'm sorry. I think they boarded the crazy train a few miles back. Anyway, so, I was feeling a little discouraged about the working out and about getting sick and everything like that. And I was feeling a little discouraged about work, the love life and everything like that. So I started talking to someone, yes, on a dating site yesterday. And we were talking all day, throughout the day, off and on. And turns out that not only is he freaking hot, he's my age. He's worked with the same company for 15 years. And he's pretty much a personal trainer. So he's going to come over tomorrow night and we're going to work out. Whatever. So, I don't know, like that poem kind of hit around all this time that I was going through all this doubt and stuff. And while I'm not saying that I'm going to marry the guy, next weekend, I just, if it works out, it works out. And I know that I talked about the whole, the one video that I had about not meeting anybody from the internet. But, I can't live my life in fear. And if I were to do that, I would never meet anybody. And that includes a lot of my friends that I've made over the years that I talk to on a very, very daily basis. Does that mean that I would never meet them? You know what I mean? So, and I decided when I said the last time I talked about that situation that I was not going to let him ruin my life. I was not going to let him take my life. I was not going to let him, have me live in fear. And you know what? Nothing's happened since. Nothing's happened since that one night. Since I changed my number and everything like that, nothing's happened. So, I don't want to say he was all talk, but I think because, number one, I stopped responding to him and I blocked him on Pal and everything like that. Like, I think it dawned on him, like, oh, well, yeah, I'm not scaring her because she's not responding and blah, blah, blah. So, whatever. But I'm not, I'm never going to meet anybody if I don't. So, I figure, why not, I mean, I'm single. Why not, I'm not getting any younger. My girls are getting older and they don't need me as much. And all I do is sit here at night anyway, by myself, watching movies and documentaries on Netflix that I just sat here and watched the documentary on the guy who does Elmo. It's fascinating. I thought it was really interesting, but like, this is my night. I'm either sitting here reading, writing, vlogging, knitting, eating, working out. Why not have a companion? I've been alone long enough. It's been almost a year. I've worked on myself long enough. I don't know. I'm lonely. And the whole bar scene, when the girls go away next weekend, I might go out once or twice, but primarily I'll probably probably be staying home most of the time, just relaxing, chilling. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go for now. I think I've talked long enough. I don't even know. I think this vlog was just a total rambleness. But don't quit. No matter what you do. See it through. And you'll make it. No matter what it is. And get that book. It was only like $4. It was actually free, I think. And it was like, no, I think I got it on Amazon, and I think it says $12.95 on the back, but I got it for like, I think $8. Because the price of the book was $4, and then shipping and handling was like $4. Day by Day with James Allen. It's pretty cool. Because they're saying how much the mind can change things and blah blah blah. Something that I've been knowing about since I discovered The Secret several years ago. The mind works. No negative thoughts. Just positive, powerful thoughts. Change your thoughts. I think at one point it says, the secret of life then is to control your mental states. For if you do this, the rest will follow. To accept sickness, trouble, and failure as unavoidable and perhaps inevitable is folly, because it is very acceptance by you that keeps these evils in existence. Man is not limited by his environment. He creates his environments by his beliefs and feelings. To suppose otherwise is like thinking that the tail can wag the dog. Where's another one? Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that one tomorrow. Where is it? A person cannot directly choose his circumstances, but he can choose his thoughts, and so indirectly, yet surely, shape his circumstances. You're either living in the problem or you're living in the solution. I have found 3 things that help me conquer doubt. Sorry, my nose is running again. First, change your mind about the doubt and keep it changed. If you have a doubt about whether you're going to have enough money to make it through the end of the month, change your mind about it. Whenever the doubt creeps in, affirm to yourself that I will always find a way to have enough of what I need. I love when Emmett Fox says about this. If you will change your mind concerning anything and absolutely keep it changed, that thing must and will change too. It is the keeping up of the change in thought that is difficult. It calls for vigilance and determination. The second thing that overcomes fear and doubt is action. Do the thing you fear and fear will disappear. It's more than a nice rhyming aphorism. It's some simple wisdom that always works. And that's just in the first friggin' 7 pages. So, get this book. It's awesome. Talk to you guys later. I'll see you all around. Come back and see me anytime.